What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another vlog. Forgive me, I starts a little hoarse. I've been playing World of Warcraft the last 3 or 4 hours. I was going to stream, and I was actually going to do Stray tonight around 6. We were going to continue it and finalize it. But I'm pretty kind of mentally and emotionally heavy at the moment. It's not negative, but I'm dealing with a lot when it comes to family matters, and I wanted to expand on that because I want to share this. I was speaking with Lady Psylocke earlier, and it's something that even at my age, even at 38, I'm pretty sure it's truth for later in life too, that we all deal with. I'm fixing to face something in my life that is not necessarily negative, but it is life changing. And that's another truth about life. It's constantly changing. You can prepare for it all you want. You can be financially set. You can all this and that. You can, own a house, own land, do whatever. But life has a way of changing on you, whether you want it to or not. And my life's about to do that. Now, in another aspect, there is something else mentally that's kind of sitting with me. But the heaviest thing on my mind is family. And essentially, what I want to get to and what I want to talk about is your support family, whether that's chosen family or blood family. Mine, right now in my life, is my girlfriend and my folks. Now, for those that don't know, I lost my dad last year. He's gone. He's parted. We parted. I did have time to mourn. I'm still mourning, if I'm being honest, and I probably will for a very long time. So there's that going on. Excuse me. I lost that one parent, and now, for ever since my divorce, ever since then, my main support has been my mom and my adopted dad. They've been there for me. I've stayed with them. We worked as a team at a local property for a few years. Did a great job. Got that property up and going. It was insane. I loved it. But now, up until now, they've been local. They've lived here in Dallas. I've been able to drive. It's like half an hour. But now, we're going to be going our separate ways. And this is tough because I'm a mama's boy. I mean, straight up. Look, I'm a mom's boy. I'll admit it. And, but these pillars in my life have always been there. And now I'm facing, again in my life, I'm going to be getting away from them. And they're going to be moving away. They're looking at taking a job down in South Texas, about 4 or 5 hours out, give or take. And I'm also looking at relocating, probably within a year or so, because things are going very well with Lady Psylocke. I mean, we fit each other. It's just fantastic. I love her. And, we have such a great time together. And I'm looking at relocating closer to her, which means I'm going to be leaving Dallas, potentially. And that's part of my plan. I say potentially. Let's discard that. I don't really mean that's the plan. Anyway, I plan on doing that. I'm putting my heart into it. I'm gradually, making plans financially and whatnot. Thankfully, my job allows me to relocate. It's it's a remote position. And on that note, I was actually able to bring a buddy into the fold with this. I think the camera just froze. I don't know why it's doing that. I think the camera just froze, but so I'm going to be working with a buddy of mine. He got hired on, so that's really cool. So that's going to be something positive in my life because I've always enjoyed hanging out with this guy. He's fantastic. But anyway, back to it. These changes in life, man. Even midlife, which I'm approaching, they stick with you because you're leaving. You're parting from family. You're not leaving them, but you're parting from them. You're getting farther away. I've been through this before, even in an extreme measure. When I got married, I moved out of state. I had no family up there aside from her family, and I hardly had any friends aside from her. I had no relatives up there whatsoever. None that I was in contact with anyway. And there was distant family up there, but I wanted nothing to do with them for my own personal reasons. But so this isn't quite that, and that was hard. I mean, that was really, really hard. That was one of the hardest times of my life. But I had love on my side. I fell in love with somebody. We were planning on getting married and changing our lives together and whatnot. Unfortunately, it did not work out the way we had hoped, but part of life. But that was very hard. Now where I'm approaching now is thankfully not as hard, but it still weighs on you, and that's why I'm taking today, and I believe this to be a very, very good thing in life. Take a day to yourself. Deal with what you got to deal with mentally. Take a day off, which is what I'm doing today, which is why I've pushed the Stray stream back. I'm looking forward to the finale of Stray, but I pushed it to tomorrow afternoon because I need to process this. I need to know. I need to reiterate to myself and just take some time and just say, look, you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. You're a grown man. You're, leaving some pillars behind, some support behind, but you're still in the same state. You're only about 4 or 5 hours away. And, you're looking at a future that's very bright with a very awesome partner that you love, that, you could build something with. And that's very important to note. If you're ever going to do a partnership, that's very important. If you cannot see a future with them, then it's not going to work. 90% of the time. There are some, one-offs that it may work, so give it a shot. But thankfully, I do see a future with this woman and this lady in my life, and we're gonna have our challenges for sure. But I can always thank my folks for helping. They did what they could, but I can always thank them for helping make me stronger at some of the hardest points in my life, especially after the divorce and that very dark episode in my life that was related in ways that was relative to within the same time period of the divorce. And, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I checked myself in for suicidal thoughts and wanting to act on it and all that. So, again, in comparison, nowhere near that, but still very heavy. So, anyway, I am rambling at this point, but I wanted to share with y'all and let you know, that's why there's a lack of activity today. There was a lack of activity the last couple of weeks because I had a lot going on. It was Lady Silent's birthday. We had a great time. We had a great week last week. And this last week, it was first of the month at my job. First of the month is always crazy. A lot of people dealing and whatnot. So next week should be better. And actually next weekend, too, is going to be a lot of streaming and projects as well. I recently also just uploaded the trophy highlight. I decided to take it down because I didn't notice when I did it. I just throw all these trophy highlights into the editor and put them together in intro, outro, and threw them up because I didn't realize, apparently, I knew some of them contained audio because they were captured while I was streaming. The trophy highlight video auto captures on the PS5. It also records the mic. That was fine. Some of those included stream clips, which was great. But others had apparently recorded the mic during while I didn't suspect they were, like when I was playing with Lady Psylocke on a couple of occasions. And it had recorded her. It also recorded Batman when him and I were playing, which was kind of expected. But there's a feature on PS4 and PS5 that when you get a trophy, you can have it record any mic audio that's going on. This is nothing sinister by Sony. It's just an option that you can have turned on. Well, apparently, I had it turned on without realizing it. So I've taken down the trophy highlight. I'm going to redo that and re-upload it. But I've also just uploaded my old growth playthrough in Horizon Forbidden West. It's a side mission. I'll be uploading a bunch of those. So there's that. But a couple updates, a little bit of a vlog entry. When you're dealing with family, especially family that's important to you, and if you're a family person, especially if you're a mama's boy and you're getting, farther away from them, especially if you're still mourning a parental death, as well as other stuff in your life. Things can get heavy, but there's always hope. There's always hope to be found. There's always a good in it. And as you get older, it definitely gets a little bit easier, but still heavy. It's crazy. Anyway, I wanted to share this. I hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe. Stay sane. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. See ya.